In this important lecture, we are going to learn about function overriding, which is also called method overriding.
This video is brought to you by Appy Pie Academy.
Now, our topic is to learn method, or what we can call function overriding, which can also be called method overriding. Please don't confuse it with function overloading. That is a different. Okay, function overriding is the subtopic of inheritance. What does it mean? Function overriding means when there is a method in the child class with the same name as a method in the parent class. This is function overriding. Now, when there is a method, that is function in the child class the same name as a method in the parent class, right? When there is a method in the child class with the same name as a method in the parent class, that is called function overriding or method overriding. Now see, this is the same program that we have discussed in the previous program. Now I am going to change it to so that we can have this feature of method overriding in it. Before that, let me tell you, if you see carefully, in the professionals, which was our parent class, the names of the methods were read data and show data. I mean read underscore data and show underscore data. But in the parent class, in the child class, the names were a bit different. Read underscore data 1 and show underscore data 1. That means the names were not same in the child class as the methods in the parent class. Now what I am going to do is, let me change it. I will remove this one. So what you come to know is, see, read underscore data, there is a method in the parent class professionals. Now there is a method with the same name in the child class also. This time over it is not read underscore data 1, rather it is only read underscore data. Similarly, there is a method called show underscore data in the parent class, and I have got a method with the same name show underscore data in the child class. This is method overriding. What is the benefit of method overriding? That is something that we will discuss after a couple of lectures. But before that, you will have to see how to implement function overriding. Okay, so this is it. Now, let's come to the driver area. This is your driver area outside the class. dobj is equal to doctors. You are creating an object of the doctors class. It will remain as it is. This code will not change, but here I am writing dobj dot read underscore data and not data 1 because method overriding has taken place. There is a method called read underscore data in the doctors class, which is our child class. The control will go to this method read underscore data of the child class doctors. Now here what will happen is, we are required to call the method of the superclass, that is our parent class, read underscore, so that we can read the values of SSN and country. But if I write it this way, self dot read underscore data, see carefully, it is within the definition of a method read underscore data. If I would write self dot read underscore data, it's not going to go to the read underscore data of the parent class. Rather, it will consider that recursion is taking place. Now, what is recursion? Recursion is the capability of a function to call itself. So read underscore data would call itself. read underscore data. Again it will come into the body, read underscore data again will call itself, again it will come into the body, again it will call itself. It will go on like this. It will get stuck, and after some time your program will be terminated. So now my purpose is to call read underscore data not of the child class doctors itself, but here I want to call the read underscore data of the parent class. So what I would do is I would say super parenthesis dot read underscore data. That's it. Here also, instead of writing let me correct presentation. Yeah. So here also I'm writing self dot show underscore data. I won't write this. I would write again. Let me explain to you the same problem. If I write self dot show underscore data, there is no way that it is able to comprehend that show underscore data of the parent class is to be executed. It will give preference to its own method into which this call is. So it will call show data of itself. Again it will come down. Again it will call itself. It will go on like this, and ultimately the program will terminate because recursion is taking place for too long. So recursion is the capability of the function to call itself. I want to call the method of the superclass. So for that thing, what I am supposed to do is, what I will do is I will write super. Okay, super parenthesis dot show underscore data. Right now, see what will happen is, let's start from the driver dobj.doctors. The doctors class object of the doctors class has been created, which is our child class. Then I have written dobj.read underscore data. Now you see carefully, there are two methods, there are two copies of read underscore data. One is present in the parent class professionals. One is present in the one copy of read underscore data is present in the class doctors, but it will override read underscore data of the parent class and call read underscore data of the class doctors. Basic reason being the object belongs to the doctors class. Dobj dot read underscore data. Listen carefully one point. Suppose there wasn't any method called read underscore data in the child class doctors, and there is a method called read underscore data in the parent class professionals, then this read underscore data would have been called. But now it will give preference to read underscore data of the doctors class itself because object belongs to the doctors class. Okay, so far so good. The control is bound to go to this read underscore data. Here the is, as you can see, the first statement is super parenthesis dot read underscore data. Now what does it mean? It means here we are calling read underscore data of the super class. Super, as I have told you, stands for parent. So it will go to the immediate parent class, which is professionals, and go to this method read underscore data. So SSN will be inputted and country will be inputted. After that, control will come back to the location where it was called from. Then what it will do is self dot specialization is equal to input. Specialization will be inputted and patient. So these are the number of patients, and this is something which is associated with the child class itself. So it won't be any, there won't be any problem. Similarly, when the control will go back to the driving area, here we are calling show data, dobj.show data. Again say it, show data is present in the parent class also, but because object belongs to the child class doctors, the control will go to the show data of the child class itself. So here the first statement I am writing is super parenthesis dot show underscore data, because method overriding has taken place. There is a method in the super class with the same name. So using this super method, super empty parenthesis dot show data will call show data of the super class professionals, parent class professionals. So it will print social security number and country, then it will come back. Here it was called from, then it will come back and print specialization and number of patients. That's it. So this is how method overriding method overriding or function overriding works. You should write this program yourself and you should play around with the code. And if you face any problem, please do contact me.